everything.
But you can help save animals' lives. Get your friends and clean up a beach or a lake near your home.
If each of us does a little bit, we can get a lot done.
The power is yours!
My name is Julie Lawson. I am the Communications and Campaigns Manager at the Anacostia Watershed Society. Well, the Anacostia River is about an 8-mile long river that runs through Prince George's County and Washington, D.C. And the watershed incorporates about 176 square miles of all the tributaries in the land that drain into that river. And the river drains into the Potomac. The river has the dubious distinction of being the second river in the country to be deemed impaired for trash under the Clean Water Act. And so that requires the district and Prince George's and Montgomery counties to develop a plan to reduce the trash in the river. And so given the need to create these plans and that we knew that plastic bags were such a huge component of that trash, yet there's easy alternatives already available, Councilmember Tommy Wells proposed, let's put a fee on bags and reduce their use significantly, and thereby we reduce the amount that get into the river, whether they're littered or blow out of trash cans or trash trucks, or however else they make their way there. And so that was the reason behind the bag fee. The way it works is it's a 5-cent fee on plastic and paper bags distributed at stores that sell food. And that includes restaurants, it includes places like Home Depot that sell Coke up front. But primarily people think of it as a grocery store and drugstore type of law. And the way it works is 1 cent of the fee stays with the retailer, 2 cents if they offer you a credit for bringing a reusable bag. And then the remainder is deposited into the Anacostia Cleanup and Protection Fund, which is administered by the District Department of the Environment, specifically for new restoration activities on the Anacostia River. And that includes trash cleanups and trash traps that catch trash that floats down the streams, restoration projects like planting trees and things like that, and then also education programs, and it also funds a lot of the Department of the Environment's stormwater projects for residents, including rain barrels and green roof programs and things like that.
My name is Nolan Rodman. I work at Rodman's Discount Food and Drug Store. We're an independent grocery store in Washington, D.C. Well, we've been here since 1956. We have 3 stores, all family owned. Recently, we have been under the D.C. bag tax law, and we've begun to experience a lot of interesting reactions from customers regarding the bag tax. Some people think it's a great idea, that the government's starting to intervene with the environment and things like that, and other people just don't seem to care at all and get really angry. We have a much older demographic of customer, and they seem to have been used to the way that things always were, with double bagging, which doesn't even seem like a real word anymore. I haven't heard anybody ask for that since 2010 probably. Maybe a year or so ago when I started working here full time, we had a nice lady come in. She bought like 2 cases of wine, tons of groceries, you know, like a $200-300 purchase. She didn't bring any bags. She was completely unaware of the tax. She saw that she was charged, you know, 30 some odd cents for the bags, and this didn't come across well, so she flipped out and said it's ridiculous how we do this and stuff, and we're trying to explain to her that it's the government implementing this. Some customers just don't want to hear what you have to say about anything, and after spending so much money you would think that it would make no difference, but it certainly does.
My name is Janet Raisley and I live in Bethesda, Maryland. How do I feel about the plastic bag fee? I have no problem with it. I actually think it's a really good thing. I've always felt that they were wasteful because I could do something like go to CVS, buy a pack of gum, and it's thrown into a plastic bag, and it always felt wasteful. I tried very hard to reuse them at home, use them as trash bag liners, use them for walking dogs and cleaning up dog mess. However, I can't use as many as I accumulate. They keep on accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. I end up with just huge amounts of plastic bags, overflowing drawers, sitting in cupboards. So many that I actually throw them away. And when you throw them away, out they go into polluting the environment. So I think it's a good thing. It's caused somebody like me, and hopefully everybody, to think twice about needing a bag when you go buy something like a pack of gum. You don't need it. You absolutely don't need it.
People definitely complain the first couple of weeks. Change is hard. And the news media will run a story about people carrying all of their loose items and then they trip and it all falls all over the sidewalk and they break all of their eggs, and it's so dramatic. And then in a couple of weeks they realize, well, carrying this cloth bag isn't that hard. And hey, the handles are more comfortable and I can sling it over my shoulder instead of having it cut into my hands.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Let me share with you my collection of plastic bags. Okay, now don't tell anybody, but this is where they're stored. Oops, sorry, this one. Look down here. There's a collection of plastic bags. These are bags that were accumulated before the bag fee. These are the ones that I save and reuse and try desperately not to get new ones. These bags, they're free. These are newspaper bags. This is how much plastic is used in my house. Let me show you something else. Dry cleaner. This is today, dry cleaner, plastic. The bags are everywhere. Now, like I said before, I've tried so hard to use these things really just about everywhere. I feel a little bit awkward walking into some places with them, but for the most part they go with me. And I want to share with you also fun bags. These things are light. This little pouch is light. You can keep it in your purse. You don't even know you have it. Now, how cute is this? So you go into the store with this bag, get your goods, and you walk out. This is perfect for if you're going to some place like CVS. You don't have to walk in with one of these big things. So many great options. You don't need to use those plastic bags.
Gonna take pollution down to 0.
One thing to shed light on about the bag tax for a lot of stores, especially like us, we have 2 floors. People come in all the time with these bags, their own bags, you know, Whole Foods bags, CVS bags, just different plastic bags, so they don't have to pay the bag tax. And what we call it here is like a license to steal. So everyone's walking around with all these bags, and it's really hard to keep track of the things that they bought previously at other stores and the things that they're going to purchase here. I mean, a lot of times we see customers come in with Rodman's bags because they've been shopping here all the time and they don't want to buy new bags, so they recycle their bags. So they're shopping with Rodman's bags, they're putting their stuff into their Rodman's bags, and we're watching this all happen. And it's very hard for us to not kind of confuse the people who are trying to get away with something and the people who are just shopping.
Plastic bag use was something that I don't think people gave that much thought to, and now they do. I have friends who say that they won't use a plastic bag, they won't spend the nickel to get a plastic bag, and they'll walk out of the store like I do, carrying oodles of things in their arms that probably should have a bag at that point.
We've bought the sustainable bags and things like that and brought it in the store. We have our own Rodman's bags. I think a lot of companies are starting to do that now, and it's a good way to brand yourself. It's a good way for you to make money, for other people to save money. So, I mean, it can be a win-win for the company that does it.
Reduce your use of plastic bags. Carry a reusable bag. You can get really cool reusable utensils now, and bottles and cups and things. There's really no need to use single-use